Hey, what's going on, guys? Jeff here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you a webinar replay that I held for a select group of individuals, showing you how to build a 6 to 7 figure coaching, consulting, or service-based business from scratch. So if you are a professional looking to get into coaching or consulting, or maybe you already have your own products or services that you're selling and you're looking to sell more of them or looking to charge a higher price, this will be for you. All right, now before I get into the training, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also that notification icon, and that way you can be notified once I upload new videos to this channel. With that being said, let's get into it. Hey guys, first off, I want to welcome you to the webinar. My name is Jeff Baxter, founder of the Consulting Master Academy. And on this webinar, I'm going to be showing you how I built a 7-figure consulting business from scratch. My end goal is to make sure that you know exactly how to start commanding as much as $2,000, upwards of $10,000 for your very own products and or services, even if you're a complete beginner. Also, there's absolutely nothing for sale on this webinar. I don't offer any of my coaching programs or services to the public, as I only work with a select few clients per year via private invite only. So go ahead and put your purses and or your wallets away. Now, since I retired from coaching the last few months, while I worked with a small group of clients, I've noticed an influx of wannabe high-ticket consulting experts and even some copycats. So the first thing I want to do is show real, undeniable proof that what I teach actually works for myself and my students. There's an old saying, men lie, women lie, but numbers or results don't. My presentations, words, and a host of other things have been copied by so many marketers, but one thing that can't be copied are results. So with that being said, let me show the results for just one of my many students. All right, guys, so I have these sales funnels already pulled up for this particular client here. So when they came to me, they were doing about anywhere between no more than $10,000 per month. I took over their account at the beginning of 2018. And so as you can see with this one funnel here, $164,689.34 was brought in. And also with this second one, and this is for the same client, $191,984. So let's go ahead and add that up. So 191,984 plus 164,689. So that's $356,673. And then once you combine what was done with PayPal as well, it was about $500,000. But we'll be conservative and we'll just say only $356,673 was made. Okay, so now let's look at the expenses. All right, so I spend most of the advertising budget here within Google, or actually running YouTube ads. So $115,182.59, actually Canadian dollars, and actually it's a little bit less than this because it wouldn't let me pull up just the year of 2018. So I'm just be conservative once again and say I spent a lot more. So 115,182.59 Canadian dollars. Let's plug that into the calculator and let's get the correct amount. So 86,317 US dollars. Okay, so in other words, guys, we spent $86,317 and made back $356,673. Okay, so now let's put that into the ROI calculator. All right, amount invested. Actually, no, let's do this. Okay, amount returned is going to be $356,673. And that is going to give us a return on investment of 313.21%. And that is phenomenal. All right, so with that being said, let's get into the training. Now, before we dive into the content, here's a few things I want you to do so that you can get the most out of this masterclass. Number one, get something to take notes on. I'm going to be sharing some valuable information on this webinar, and you don't want to become informed, educated on such a powerful and life-changing business model, then forget everything weeks from now. Number two, please get rid of distractions. I promise not to keep you over an hour, so if I could get your full undivided attention, rest assured that you'll leave this masterclass in a lot better state than you came. Trust and believe that you're not here by accident. Some of you prayed for this. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're ready to break the generational curse of poverty. You know too much not to be making 6 figures a year, but a change can't happen without being properly educated on how to make that change happen. Give me 30 to 45 minutes of your life so that you can change the rest of your life. Lastly, forget everything that you've ever been taught about coaching, consulting, or selling products and services because there's a ton of bad information out there. My goal is to teach you the formula to reaching 6 to 7 figures per year online whilst keeping your integrity and without working yourself in the ground. Now, just a tad bit more information about me. I've been a full-time entrepreneur since 2009. I actually got my entrepreneurial start when I was about 15 to 16 years old, working on a small farm that we owned. And it was at this age when I knew that I could create wealth with my own hands, especially after coming across a scripture in the Bible, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth. And this is from Deuteronomy 8:18. So since my teenage years going into adulthood, I could never picture myself working for anyone else, and have since dedicated my life to learning and teaching entrepreneurship. Today, I own one of the top advertising agencies in the world where I strategize marketing campaigns for 6, 7, and 8-figure companies. Then on the side, I have my coaching business where I teach highly motivated individuals like yourself how to turn your knowledge into a successful high-ticket consulting career. And this is from a client by the name of Gerald, who scaled his business to over $30K per month within 30 days. And here's what he had to say about working with me. I'm in the informational products business and needed help scaling my course. Long story short, I came across Jeff and he helped me scale to about $30,000 per month within 30 days. Working with him has been a complete game changer. And this is from a guy by the name of Darren, and he is a 6-figure per year earner in his industry. And here's what he had to say about working with me. In the internet marketing industry, you're going to find people that are actually good folks, and you'll also find those that are just out to get over on you. I have to say that Jeff Baxter is a teacher, mentor, and true professional that cares about your success. Jeff has put together a tremendous training platform for consultants, and you will not be disappointed with what he has to show you. So here's what you're going to learn on this webinar. Number one, a simple business model called high-ticket consulting that makes lots of my students well over 6 figures per year profit in the same business model that has allowed me to scale to 7 figures in sales in my own business. Number two, how to position yourself to become a full-time high-ticket consultant and sell your own online courses or services ranging from $2,000 upwards of $10,000 in no time, even if you are a complete beginner and no one has ever heard of you. Now, there are 3 simple steps to creating a 6 or 7 figure per year consulting business. My goal on this webinar is to simplify the process into digestible content so that no matter your level of expertise, you'll be able to leave today knowing exactly what you need to do in order to create the business and life of your dreams. We're talking about the exact business model that has already made me over $1 million in sales, and that has allowed lots of my students who are ordinary people just like you and I to quit their day job and work from home full time. So step number one is to understand the logic of high ticket consulting. So what is a consultant? A consultant is a person that provides professional advice to an individual or an organization for a fee. Now, I'll start by saying that you do not need a college degree or a PhD or anything like that. Now, will having those extra credentials help? Absolutely, but it's not necessary. As long as you know your stuff and have a passion for helping people in your niche, that's good enough. Heck, a lot of my students who make over 6 figures and even 7 figures per year only have a high school education. So if you're watching this and think that you might not have enough credentials to consult on a particular subject, think again. Okay, so a high ticket course or service is going to be something that you would sell at a minimum of about $2,000. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering why you would charge this much. All right, so the first and foremost reason why you want to charge a minimum of about $2,000 for people to buy your products or services is simply because it allows you to deal with committed clients that will get results. It's a proven fact that people often place value on things based on the price that they paid for it. In other words, the way that a client views a $27 product is completely different than if it were a $2,000 product. At $27, they're quick to buy and slow to take action. At $2,000, their level of commitment completely changes, and because they want to get their money's worth, they're more likely to follow through and will get results from working with you. Aside from higher prices increasing the level of commitment from your clients, this also allows you to hit your income goals a lot faster. Think about it like this. If you had a goal of making $500,000 for the year, do you think it's easier to get 100 people to hand you $5,000 or to sell 10,000 small ticket products at $50 each? And you probably guessed it right, selling 100 products at $5,000 is a lot more achievable and a lot less headache. Now, this is one of my students, Ron, picture to the left, and before he came to me, he was selling his fitness coaching program for really cheap and was struggling to hit his income goals. He hired me to teach him my methods for closing high-ticket consulting clients, and in less than a month of that meeting, he closed his first client at $15,000. Ever since that day, he never went back to selling cheap products or services again and continues to grow his business month after month. Not only is he happy with his income now, but his client base is higher quality because they are more committed when they pay his premium prices. All right, step number 2 is to get clear on what you want to sell and your goals. So what you want to do is pick a niche that you know a lot about. Now, some of you that are watching this, you already know the exact niche that you want to sell in, but for those that don't, remember that there are literally thousands to choose from. As a start, always bear in mind that health, wealth, dating and relationships, and self-improvement are going to be at the top of the food chain. People will always be looking for information on losing weight, making more money, finding the love of their life, how to get an ex back, or how to increase their happiness, get out of depression, etc. Now, outside of those top niches, just remember that wherever there is a big need, there is potential to create a high-ticket consulting course or service. For example, one of my students is in a niche where she helps parents help their kids increase their test scores. It's not within the top niches, but she crushes it because there is a huge demand for that kind of information. So for right now, just write down a potential niche and we'll figure the rest out later. Okay, now the next order of business is to ask yourself, how can people have a real transformation with my product? Remember, you're selling at the high ticket level and you want to make sure that your clients are having life-changing results. For example, someone who sells a $27 product in the weight loss niche might have a course that teaches customers how to lose 30 pounds within 30 days. Now, that's what I call a band-aid and quick microwave-like solution. Now, let's pretend that you're in that same exact niche and selling a $2,000 course. Instead of your focus only being on teaching your clients how to lose weight, your goal would be to educate them on why they put on the pounds in the first place, how not to do it again, how to lose the weight, and educating them on the added benefits of doing so, which is having more energy and being able to live a longer, more healthy life. You see, as a high-ticket consultant, you're getting deep and transforming your client's mindset instead of selling them cheap, quick fixes. Does that make sense, guys? All right, so what I want you guys to do is write down how much you want to make per month. Now, please make sure it's a really big number because I want you to start thinking and dreaming big. Go ahead and set a goal to make $20, $50, heck, even upwards of $100,000 or more per month. Got it? Perfect. All right, so now the next order of business is to write down how much you want to charge for your product or service and try to keep this number between $2,000 upwards of $10,000. Now we're going to pretend as if though you had a goal of making $20,000 per month and your course is priced at $5,000. So if your goal is to make $20K per month and the price of your course is $5K, you only need 4 clients per month to reach that goal. And believe it or not, it's actually pretty simple to find these kind of clients. And I'm going to be sharing the exact high ticket client attraction formula with you here in a second. Okay, so once again, as I mentioned earlier, higher prices might equate to less clients, but you're going to be dealing with people who are serious and will actually follow through your programs, which means better client results. And that's one of the main reasons why you want to be charging a premium price. Also, high prices is going to amount to less refunds and chargebacks. Here in my company, we have less than a 2% refund rate, while most businesses settle for refund rates of 30, upwards of 50%, which is insane because it eats up all of your profits. And lastly, high prices equals more respect and higher perceived value. Clients that you get at the premium level hardly ever complain and don't make any excuses. As a coach or consultant, these should be your main goals, which is to run a profitable business, work with people who respect you, and most of all, deliver the best results for your clients. So now you understand the logic. You're clear on what you want to sell and your goals. So step number 3 is learning how to attract high ticket consulting clients extremely fast. All right, so the first thing that I want you to remember is that money loves speed. There's no reason why you shouldn't be turning leads into sales every single day in your online business. While most people are still using what I call old school turtle marketing methods to make sales, I'm going to be showing you how we bring in high paying consulting clients extremely fast using up-to-date strategies that turn cold leads into sales within 24 hours. Okay, so here's the old way of trying to close high ticket consulting clients. Number 1, blogging. Now, there's nothing wrong with blogging in and of itself, but most of you that are watching this don't have a high-powered blog that brings in thousands of visitors every single day from the search engines like the people who got started years ago. So since you're so far behind, you need a shortcut to still get tons of traffic without having to write blog posts every day and wait for 2 to 3 years before getting any real traction. And of course, I'll share exactly how that's done here in a second. Number 2, social media. This could be posting on your Facebook timeline to get leads, begging family and friends to sign up for your stuff, doing live videos, etc. And simply put, this is a headache, too slow and not predictable. Number 3, word of mouth. Now, this is basically where you're depending on other people to get your message out. Nothing wrong with this, but it's still not a predictable way to bring in leads and turn those leads into sales. And last but definitely not least is video marketing. I see it all the time. People that put out all these great videos and content on places like YouTube, but are barely getting any viewers or leads. And once again, trying to run a business in an unpredictable manner. I want you to write this down. A business that is unpredictable is not a business. Okay. So don't hope, pray, and wish to get clients. Okay. So this is the professional way to bring in high ticket consulting clients. Step 1, use paid traffic. Now, this could be traffic from Facebook, Google AdWords, Instagram, etc. You just want to make sure that your focus is on paid traffic, as it's the most reliable way to get your message in front of your audience. Step 2, send that traffic to a webinar registration page, letting people know about an upcoming live event that you're getting ready to hold and what they are going to learn. Step 3, hold a 45-minute webinar, which will educate your potential clients and pre-sell them on your offer. Step 4, after the webinar, invite highly qualified individuals to apply for your product or service. It's as simple as that. Okay, now starting from the top, once again, paid traffic allows you to scale your business extremely fast. There's literally hundreds of thousands of people in your niche that you can put your message in front of whenever you get ready. Professionals like myself would rather take $1 and turn that into $2 rather than trying to get new business by using free traffic any day. What's working for us right now is mainly Facebook ads, and we can literally take $1 and turn that into upwards of $15 like clockwork with this one business model. Okay, now the next piece of the puzzle is getting traffic to your webinar registration page. This allows you to get specific and call out the exact person that you want to attend your training. On your registration page, you also want to make sure that your focus is on the end goal for your potential client. In other words, make mention of the outcome that you want for them, which will increase your overall conversions and ensure that you only have the most qualified people attending your broadcast. On top of that, you get a chance to build a list of subscribers that you can market to over and over again. I want you guys to write this down. If you don't have a list, you do not have a business. A mailing list is your most valuable asset as a business owner, and there's no better way of building a quality list other than holding webinars. Now, this is the bread and butter to your high-ticket consulting business, which is your actual webinar. Now, webinar allows you to build up massive amounts of trust within a short period of time and allows you to bypass things such as putting out tons of free content on the web in hopes of building up relationships. With a simple 45-minute presentation, you can literally turn a person that has never heard of you before into a high-ticket consulting client in no time. Okay, now the last piece of the puzzle is to invite highly qualified individuals to apply for your program. If you have a true life-changing course or service and want to work with your dream clients, you don't want to allow just anyone to join. Therefore, you need to get prospects on the phone to make sure that they are a good fit to work with you. You have to remember that all money isn't good money, and the only way to get a good feel for who you're going to be working with is by having a real live conversation. This also reduces your overall refund rates, allows you to charge more, and ensures that you have a sustainable business. So just to give you guys a better picture of how the numbers should play out, let's pretend you had a $2,000 budget and your course or service was priced at $2,500. Now, being completely conservative, you're going to pay about $100 per application and to get someone on the phone. Now, for us, we're paying anywhere from $70 to $80, but once again, we want to be conservative and pretend as if though you're paying upwards of $100. Now, this will give you 20 applicants, and even with a low conversion rate of only 20%, this will give you 4 new clients at $2,500 each, which means you spent $2,000 and brought in $10,000 for an $8,000 profit. Make sense? All right, so this is the same exact formula that I myself and plenty of my students use to turn over 6 to 7 figures or more per year in profit in multiple niches. This is how you run an automated and predictable business that brings you high-paying clients like clockwork. All right, so up until this point, the logic of high-ticket consulting has been explained, but some of you probably have a lot of doubts as to whether or not this will actually work for you. I want you guys to write this down. High-ticket consulting is 90% mindset and 10% technical. If you really want this business model to work in your favor, it's a must that you take a deep look at yourself and the way that you think, or else it's not going to work. So what some of you are probably thinking is that, people wouldn't be willing to pay you $2,000, upwards of $10,000 for your high ticket products or services. And this is what we call a limiting belief. And at the end of the day, you must understand that people can afford what they want to afford. I want you guys to write that down. People can afford what they want to afford. If prospects truly see the potential in what you're offering, they will have no problem paying you what you're charging. Okay, so you just have to remember that price is never the issue. If you have a product or service that people truly need, they will buy. Okay, so mindset tip number 2 is to understand that you can't get people to do what you're not willing to do yourself. If you're not really committed to truly helping your clients, how can you expect them to be committed? If you're not willing to invest in yourself to improve your skills, how can you expect people to invest with you? In other words, high-ticket consulting is not a business for people that don't practice what they preach. The same kind of energy and mindset that you carry is going to determine the kind of people that are attracted to you. Okay, so when I first got started with consulting, I had a very difficult time investing in coaches, and was sort of bred into the whole idea of figuring it out myself. So instead of getting mentors to help me, I was cheap and tried to wing it. And I noticed that the people who were coming my way had that same kind of mentality, since that's the kind of mindset and spirit that I carried. Okay. All right, now fast forward to today. In the past 12 months, I invested over $80,000 into my business, learning different skill sets, testing new ideas, and hiring mentors. I now operate from a spirit of abundance and attract those same kind of clients. If you want to attract your dream clients at the high ticket level, you have to be willing to become the best version of yourself as possible. Remember that, guys. Now, so far a lot has been covered, and you should be able to see the potential of doing high ticket consulting along with the logic and mindset that's needed in order to win with this business model. It's literally one of the most profitable and fulfilling business models to date, and perfect for anyone who's looking to make a consistent 6 or 7 figures per year, while at the same time adding massive amounts of value to the world. Now, although this is a very simple business model, it's very risky to attempt this alone. You can end up wasting lots of time and money just by getting one piece of the puzzle wrong, whether it be running your ads incorrectly, not solving a big problem that can demand a high ticket price, or not saying the right things in your webinar presentation. It can be costly. If you're going to become a high ticket consultant and actually make real money doing this, you need professional help. Now, I'll be honest, I'm extremely picky about who I work with, and I only accept about 20 new clients every 3 to 6 months. The reason for that is I actually do the things that I teach and run a real 7-figure business that keeps me occupied. So I'd rather work with a small group of qualified individuals at a time, and that's why my clients have amazing results like I've shown you throughout this webinar. Now, I've graduated my last batch of students and now ready to work with 20 more highly qualified and motivated individuals who are ready to grow a solid 6 or 7-figure per year coaching, consulting, or service-based business. My goal is to get you to at least $10,000 or more per month within 60 days flat. Now, of course, if you're watching this and you're already making that kind of money in your business, my goal is to help you get to the next level, whether that be $50,000 or even $100,000 plus per month. Now, I'm going to give you the private application link here in a second, but please hang tight. Now, this is one of my students by the name of Kalia, and she's in a pretty rare niche where she helps students increase their test scores. And actually, I think I mentioned her earlier in the webinar. Now, before coming to me, Kalia didn't have a real system in place in order to enroll clients into her program. She was actually holding free offline seminars and her business wasn't going anywhere. Now, after she stumbled upon my training and hired me to be her coach, she was able to systemize her business using my high-ticket webinar sales funnel secrets and enroll more clients into her program, thus making a greater impact. She's now on her way to making $10,000 per month, and of course, she's just one of many that decided to jump on the train of working smarter and not harder. Now, this is another one of my clients by the name of Wayne, who scaled his business to over $100,000 per month, and here's what he had to say about working with me. I've worked with Jeff on a few different projects and mainly was setting up some traffic campaigns. And all I can say is that this guy and his team has helped me to turn over hundreds of thousands of dollars plus per month. If you get the chance to work with them, jump straight on board because you will not be disappointed. All right, now before I give you the link to apply for the coaching program, I want to state exactly who this is for. Number one, you must have a strong desire to create and or scale a high-ticket consulting business. This is not for multi-level marketers or people with nothing of real value to offer to the world. After watching this webinar, you should at least have an idea of what you want to create and or scale that will add transformative value to other people's lives and can demand a price of $2,000 upwards of $10,000. Number two, you need to be ready to take massive action. We only want to speak with people who are highly motivated to make an impact and do consulting at a higher level. If your goal isn't to make an extra 6 figures within the next 6 months and you're not willing to do whatever it takes to reach that goal, we're probably not a good fit to talk. And number three, you need to be business minded. If you're afraid of spending money in order to make money, it will literally be impossible for you to grow and scale a business. You need to have a mindset to make your money work for you. I started with less than $2,000 to my name and flipped that to over $1 million simply because I made my money work for me. If the thought of spending money on paid traffic to grow a business or getting extra professional help to improve your skills scares you, you're probably not cut out for this. Now, I'm going to send you guys the private booking link here in a second, but first, let me clarify exactly how this works. So, number one, you'll get a chance to apply to speak with myself or a high-ticket consulting expert on my team for up to 45 minutes absolutely free. Now, on the call, we'll get more clarity on exactly what you want to create and determine if whether or not you're a good fit for the coaching program. If you're a good fit, we'll work together closely over the next couple of weeks to help you set up a business that will clear 6 figures profit per year online in no time. All right, so with that being said, for the next 1 hour, you can head over to this link to book your appointment while we're accepting applications. The link is www.consultingmasteracademy.com/apply. Once again, that's www.consultingmasteracademy.com/apply. All right. So I want to say thank you guys for staying all the way until the end of this presentation. That means a lot to me. That means that you are somewhat serious about high-ticket consulting. So we do look forward to getting your application in and speaking with you. And once again, guys, just want to say, charge your worth. Okay, charge your worth. take your life, your business to the next level. Do whatever it takes so that you can create a better life for yourself and also those around you, your family, your friends, your loved ones. And I'm telling you, this business has changed my life. It has changed the lives of a lot of my clients, a lot of my students. Okay, so get that application in. Let's talk. Let's see, what we can do for you, and let's see if we can possibly work together. So God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.